What is up, guys? Welcome to Here's Avenue. My name is Darren, and today there's really not much to talk about in comic book movie news, but there is one small thing, and it's Ben Affleck again, because Ben Affleck is back promoting his new movie. So he's doing a press tour right now, and of course, while he's doing his press tour for his upcoming movie, The Batman is currently in production. And so of course, people are gonna ask him about The Batman and what does he think about Robert Pattinson and about his previous The Batman movie that he was supposed to star and direct. And he had a interview with ET Live, and he talked about it a little bit. And he also talked about how drinking and alcoholism affected his decision onto stepping off the project. And this is what he said.
Genuinely bummed that we're not going to see The Batman.
I think Robert's a great actor. He's going to be great.
He's going to be absolutely fantastic. Can you tell me what The Batman would have been?
We had a script. It was a whole thing. Really what it was for me was, and I like the script. I wrote it with Jeff Johns, who I have a lot of respect for. It just so happened that I had done a couple of those movies, and I kind of lost my passion for it. You know what I mean? I kind of lost my passion for telling those stories. I got interested in telling stories more like this, and it just seemed like, very clear to me that if it's not the most important thing in the world to you, you're not going to make a very good movie. A movie deserves to be made by somebody who's dying to do it and can't wait. And that wasn't me at the time, so I moved on.
So I love what he said. There is another interview that's been floating around the internet where he says how he, his marriage, took over and all that stuff. This is a different interview, and I loved what he said about The Batman. And he talked about how, he just wasn't into it anymore as, playing the Batman, and he wasn't as passionate. And I, for one, as a fan, I definitely don't want an actor that's going to act and direct a movie that he's not passionate about to do it. I don't want him to do that at all. So I'm really glad he just stepped down to not even be involved, and especially since he was at the time in 2015 to 2016, he was going through a divorce as well. So that did play a role with his decision on doing it. Plus, I'm sure the critical disaster and the box office disaster with BVS, or Batman vs Superman, and Justice League definitely played a role. I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure if both of those movies were super successful, especially if Justice League came out and it was dominated the box office and it was a huge hit, I'm sure he would have done it. I mean, it would have made him feel a little bit better going into the Batman project, but since everything just went downhill, especially his personal life, he had to step down. There's also a quote where someone said to him, "I think the script is good. I think that you'll drink yourself to death if you go through what you just went through again." So that pretty much meant, since the stress of making a movie and playing Batman, plus the fact there's a lot of pressure over the fact that Justice League was a huge bomb, plus his whole personal life is kind of blowing up as well. He would have drank himself to death, and it would have been really bad. I mean, you could even look at the Justice League movie. There are some reshoot scenes where there's Ben Affleck and his skin is just glowing with redness, and you could tell that guy has been drinking, and he looks so different from the Joss Whedon scene compared to the Zack Snyder scenes. They're totally different. I mean, he was probably still drinking in Zack Snyder, but you could really see his skin color in the Joss Whedon scenes if you just rewatch it. But I'm really glad that he talked about that. I'm really glad he thinks Robert Pattinson is gonna do great as well. I mean, he could have just been saying that just to be nice, but I'm glad he did touch on that because that is currently shooting right now. So I'm really sad to see, I'm so sad to see, Ben Affleck go. But I do hope for the best for him in his personal life and with him in his relationship with Jennifer Garner, his ex-wife, because he does, in previous interviews, he does regret, divorcing her. And it's pretty sad when someone goes through all that stuff. So I wonder your guys' thoughts on this. What do you guys think about what Ben Affleck said about the Batman and all that? So let me know in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.